Good morning. I'm Chitra, Assistant Professor working in Civil Department, Bharat Institute of Higher Education and Research. I'm going to give a lecture video on the course name Structural Analysis 2 and the course code is U18 PCCE 601 and the topic we are going to cover in Structural Analysis 2 is matrix method. So first we are going to see what is matrix method. First is introduction. The matrix method is the systematic development of slope deflection in a matrix is called stiffness method. So this method is a very powerful tool for analyzing for indeterminate structures. Stiffness method of analysis of structures are also called displacement method. In this method of displacement are used as a basic unknowns. Next we are going to see what is matrix. The matrix method in structural analysis method is used as a fundamental principle in many applications in civil engineering. The method is carried out using either the stiffness matrix or flexibility matrix. The flexibility method is not conducive to compute programming. The matrix method is similar to the method of elimination, but it is a lot cleaner than the elimination method. Solving problems by using matrix method involves expressing the system of equation in a form of matrix and then reducing the matrix into known as row echelon form. Next, there are different types of matrix method. One is square matrix, symmetric matrix, triangular matrix, diagonal matrix, identity matrix, orthogonal matrix. So first we are going to see methods to solve indeterminate problems. So here in this indeterminate problems, this matrix method is used for small degree of statically indeterminate to large degree of statically indeterminate. So the methods involved is first is force method, next is displacement method, displacement in a matrix formulation, then numerical methods. Next we are going to see what are the advantages of matrix method. So first is better coordination and control. This structure is very useful for suitable for coordinate and control the functional activities and project activities. The project manager has got responsibilities to establish better coordination and control system in an organization. A matrix organization system allows multiple departments to easy for communicate and collaborate on the projects. So next is many advantages and disadvantages of matrix method is. So if you take advantages, it is used for formalized and computer friendly, versatile, suitable for large problems and apply for both statically determinate and indeterminate problems. When we come to the disadvantages, it has bulky calculations, not for hand calculations. Then structural members should have some certain number of unknowns, that is nodal forces and nodal displacement. So if you take complex members such as curved beams, arbitrary solids, so it requires some discretization. So no analytical solution is possible. Next, when we come to the flowchart of matrix method, first is calculation of members. So next is stiffness matrix for the members, transformed stiffness matrix, then final equation, that is force is equal to K into Ez. Next is stress strain state of the structures. So when we come to the classification of members, so here we have stiffness matrix are composed according to the member models. Next, stiffness matrix for the member is, so after the stiffness matrix composed according to the members models, then the matrix are transferred from the local to the global coordination, so that they are forming the equation from the local to the global coordinates. Next, this stiffness matrix method are separated into different equations, then it is assembled into a single stiffness matrix, that one we called as K. Next is last one is we are going to find the unknown displacement and reactions are calculated in the matrix method. So this is a flowchart of matrix method. Next is matrix stiffness of a structural member. How it is formed by in a stiffness matrix K. So the stiffness matrix K gives the relationship between the vectors of the nodal force F and nodal displacement Z. So F is a force acting in the member. So it is written in a form of matrix, that is F is equal to forces F1, F2 and it goes on to Fn. So next is Z, that is nodal displacement. Nodal displacement, how they are writing is in a matrix form, that is Z1, Z2, it goes to Zn. So similarly, so K matrix method in a matrix equation, so they're writing as K11, K12, it goes on to Kn. So similarly in a equation, they're writing in a force, that is nodal force is equal to K into Z, where K is nothing but stiffness matrix. Next is Z is a nodal displacement. So this is a stiffness matrix for a structural members. They are writing in a matrix form. Next, we are going to see the procedure for matrix. First is determine the degree of static indeterminacy of the structures. Next, we have to select the unknown displacement. Third step is restrain all the joints to fully restrain structures under the given conditions. And the fourth step is for analysis of the restrained structures to get ADL. Next, the fifth step is generate stiffness matrix of the given structure, apply to the unit positive displacement for the members and add all the displacement for the members meeting at the joint. And the sixth step is superposition equation. So here AD is equal to ADL plus S into D, where AD is nothing but the joint action or the force given in a structure. ADL is nothing but force analysis of the restraint structures under the given loadings. S is stiffness method and D is unknown. And the seventh step is we have to determine the final moments. And the last step in matrix method is calculation of shear force and draw the shear force and bending moment diagram. So this is a steps procedure in a matrix method. Next, we are going to see the properties of stiffness matrix. So when we come to the properties of stiffness matrix, so stiffness matrix is nothing but a square matrix of order n into n, where n is equal to ki, kinematic indeterminacy. Next is stiffness matrix is a symmetrical matrix, hence Sij is equal to Sji. Sia is nothing but represents the action due to the unit positive displacement, and while other displacement is 0. Next is Sii is the principal diagonal element. Next, stiffness matrix does not exist for unstable structures. Next, stiffness matrix is not a non-singular matrix, that is in S, is not equal to 0 for stable structures. Next, Sii is the action at joint due to the unit value of the displacement at a joint J. Next, we are going to see one problem based on the matrix method. So, in this problem, first example is analyze a given beam by stiffness method. Take EI is constant and the span ABC is given in the structure. For a span A to B is 4 meters and B to C is 3 meters. So in this picture, A to B is a UDL load of 60 kilonewton per meter is acting and B to C 100 kilonewton is acting for the distance of 1.5 meters. So for this given structures, we are going to analyze matrix method using stiffness method. So from A is a fixed support, whereas B and C it is a roller support. So for this type of problem, we are going to analyze we are going to find the bending moment and shear force for the given problem. So in this first step is we are going to find the degree of kinematic indeterminacy, that is dki. So we got this total. So how we got total number of equations? Now we coming to the problem. See the problem. Look at the problem. So A is fixed. So in case of fixed n moments, so total number of reaction is 3. That is horizontal, vertical and one moment. So total number of reaction for A joint is 3. Whereas coming to B and C, it is a roller support. So in case of roller support, number of reaction is 1. So in B joint 1 and C joint 1. So total number of equations for A, B and C. So total number of equation is 5 minus, so degree of static indeterminacy is total number of equations, available equation in the structure minus number of condition of equation. So how many number of equation conditions available is 3. So that is number of equation is 3. That is nothing but summation of horizontal force, vertical force and a moment. So total number of equation is 5 minus 3. So we got degree of static indeterminacy is 2. So first step is nothing, is we are going to calculate the degree of kinematic indeterminacy, that is dki, which is equal to 2. Next we are going to find step number 2. In step number 2, we are going to select the unknown displacement. So based on the step number 1, we are going to select the unknown displacement. So how many degree of static kinematic indeterminacy we got? 2. So according to that, we are going to select the unknown displacement. So we are taking, that is di. So going to the question. So see, we have to take two unknowns. So we are going to consider B and C. We can take A and B also. So according to our problem, we can take, so here I am considering select the unknown displacement, that is D1. Displacement 1 I am taking in theta B. Next is displacement 2 I am taking theta C. That is the second step. Now coming to the third step. Third step is restrain the structure to get kinematically determinate structures. So in step number 2, whatever support given in a problem, we have to remove the support and we have to restrain the structures. So in B and C, remove the given support in the question and we have to restrain the structures. That is a procedure in this problem. So we have to remove the given supports, and for theta B and theta C, we have to restrain the support, that is restrain as fixed support. So we are going to assume B and C as a fixed support. So afterwards we have to draw the diagram. So A, B, C with fixed support with the given loads I have drawn. Next, fourth step is free analysis of restraint structures to ADL. So first we have to calculate fixed end moments for AB, that is MAB. So coming to the diagram. So we have to calculate MAB and MBA. So MAB, what is the load given in your problem? With UDL of 60 kilonewton. So for fixed end moments, formula for UDL load is WL square by 12. So in that we have to consider the sign conversion also. So if you take MAB, so it is the moment is rotating in anti-clockwise direction. So we have to take minus. So again, if you are considering from moment from B to A means that is positive. The moment is rotating in clockwise direction, that is with positive. So MAB is equal to minus WL square by 12. So that is, we have to substitute what is the load given in your problem, that is 60. So 60 into, what is L? 4 meters. So 60 into 4 divided by 12. So you'll be getting minus 80 kilonewton meter. So similarly for the fixed end moments for the span B to A. So it is, moment is rotating in a clockwise direction. So with a positive sign. So load and length will be same value will be getting, moment will be getting with a positive sign. So that is plus 80 kilonewton meter. So similarly, we have to find the moment for BC span from B to C and C to B. So coming to the solution, that is MBC. So MBC is, what is the load acting in your problem? That is point load with the distance of 1.5 meters, equal spacing. So in such a case, fixed moments formula is WL by 8. So here MBC. So the moment is towards anti-clockwise direction. So it is rotating in anti-clockwise direction. So minus WL by 8. What is W given in a problem? That is 100. So substitute 100. into what is L? 3 meters divided by 8. So after solving, we will be getting minus 37.5 kilonewton meter. Next, coming to CB. So moment for CB with the same formula, but sign conversion is plus. So what is the formula? Plus WL by 8. So substitute W is 100 kilonewton. So 100 into L is 3 meters divided by 8. So you'll be getting same value with the plus. The sign plus 37.5 kilonewton meter. Next we have to calculate ADL. ADL is, so that is difference between the two moments. So ADL 1. So what is the value we got for MBA? So we are considering in joint B. Joint B, what is the moment we got? Plus 80. Then MBC. So coming to the question. So we are taking displacement, that is D1. So here in D1, we have to subtract the two moments. So that is from BA minus BC. So coming to the solution, that is ADL 1 is equal to 80 minus 37.5. So what is the difference we are getting? 42.5. Similarly, next theta C. So theta C we are considering, that is displacement 2. So for displacement 2, theta C, what is the value? That is moment. What is the moment we got? MBC, that is plus 37.5. So take ADL2, that is 37.5. So this is the fourth step. Now coming to the step number 5. So step number 5 is stiffness matrix. So for the stiffness matrix, we have to draw the free body diagram. So with the fixed end moments from A and C and B. So here coming to the problem, first we have to apply the unit rotation at joint B. So applying a unit rotation at joint B. So what is stiffness matrix? So in joint B, we have to find the stiffness matrix. So stiffness matrix notation is S. So we are going to find in joint B. So in joint B, stiffness matrix S11. So in S11, what is the formula? In the case of fixed end, so formula is 4EI by L. So in joint B, we have to consider two members are connected in joint B. That is BA one member and BC one member. So in BA member, stiffness matrix formula is 4EI by L. For BC member, same formula. So we are connected two members in joint B. So 4EI by L plus 4EI by L. So we have to solve S11. So add these two 4EI by L. So you will be getting 2.33 EI. Similarly, we have to consider stiffness matrix for C member. So here in stiffness matrix for C member is S21. Here in B, we are taking stiffness matrix 11. Similarly, in stiffness matrix C, 21. So for this, what is the formula for in such a case means 2EI by L. So substitute 2EI by L. What is L here? Substitute the value 3 meters. So after substituting the length, you are getting 0.67 EIB. So next is, similarly, we have to apply a unit rotation at C. Now B is over. Next coming to C point. So apply a unit rotation at C. So if you are applying a unit rotation at C, we have to find the stiffness matrix in opposite side. So in C matrix, we have to take S22 and S12. So we are applying a unit matrix in C and finding the displacement in 2. And similarly, in S12, 1 we are applying unit force and finding 2 we are finding the displacement. So here S12. So S12, what is the formula? Here 2EI by L formula. So substitute what is L given in your problem, that is 3 meters. So substitute 2EI by 3. So you are getting 0.67 EI. Similarly for S22. So what is the formula? That is 4EI by L. So substitute L 3 meters and find what is S22. That is 1.33 EI. So next we are coming to the matrix form. So next step, sixth step is superposition equations. That is AD is equal to ADL plus S into D. So here, what is AD? That is already I told what is the abbreviation for AD. So coming to the procedure, AD is joint action or force in a structures. ADL is force analysis of restraint structures under the given loading. So now coming to the D is unknown displacement. Now coming to the matrix form. So in this matrix form, AD is a force. That is, in a matrix we are going to consider that is 0, 0. This is equal to ADL. What is ADL we got from the previous steps? That we have to substitute here. So 42.5 and 37.5 plus stiffness matrix. So stiffness matrix for S11 and S12, S22 and S21. So whatever 4 values for the stiffness matrix we got in the previous steps, just we have to substitute the stiffness matrix. That is 2.33, next 0.67, 0.67, 1.33 into EI into, that is D. Displacement we are considering two unknowns, that is theta B and theta C. So this we have to write in a matrix form. So this is a procedure to writing in a matrix form. Next we have to solve in equation form. So that is after solving in equation form, so 0 is equal to 42.5. So here in a matrix form, we have to multiply this 42.5 into rows. So column into rows. So 42.5 into rows is 2.33 into 1.33. So 2.33 EI theta B plus 0.67 EI theta C. So we have to, in a matrix form, we have to write in a rows into columns. So rows is 42.5 plus column is, so here 4.2 into 2.33 minus 0.67 EI into theta C. Similarly, for the next equation, 0 is equal to 37.5. So 37.5 plus 0.67 EI theta B plus 0.33 EI theta C. So after solving in equation form, we are getting theta B is equal to minus 22.22 by EI and theta C is equal to minus 11.85. So with this theta B and theta C, we have to find the final end moment. So what is final end moments formula is, that is MAB is equal to MFAB plus, this is a formula for finding the final end moment. So MAB is equal to MFAB plus 2 EI by L into 2 theta A plus theta B minus 3 del L by L. So what is MFAB? We got from the previous first step, that is final end moments is minus 80 plus 2 EI by L. What is L for AB span? 4 meters into 2 into theta A. What is theta A we got? That is minus 11.85 EI is equal to, we have to solve. So after we have to substitute in this equation. So here theta B, what is theta B we got? That is minus 22.22 by EI. So substitute in theta B. So theta A is 0. So here theta A is fixed. So in case of fixed, slope is 0. So theta A will be 0. So this term will get 0 plus theta B we got to substitute that values minus 3 del L. So we are not, in your problem is not del is not given. So we are not having any sinking of supports in your problem. So this term also 0. So we'll be having minus 80 plus 2 EI by 4 into minus 11.85. So equal to, we are getting after solving minus 85.92 kilonewton meter. Similarly for MBA. So for MBA, same formula, that is MFBA plus 2 EI by L into 2 theta B plus theta A minus 3 del L by L. So here using the same equation, we have to substitute the values for MBA plus 2 EI by L into here theta B, we have to substitute the values. Then theta A is 0 and minus 3 del L by L is 0. because we are not having any sinking supports in the question. So after finding, we will be getting MBA is equal to 68.16 kilonewton meter. Similarly for MBC. So same formula, if you substitute for B and C thetas, so you'll be getting 68.15. Similarly for MCB. So CB is 0 because in CB, so in CB same formula MFBC MFCB plus 2EI by L into 2 theta C plus theta B. So if you are solving means you will be getting MBC is equal to 0. Next we have to calculate span moments. For calculating span moments, so what is the question, what is the moments, calculating moments according to the loads given in a problem. For AB span, what is the load given in your problem? So we have to check. So here formula for calculating moments is WL square by 8 for a span AB, whereas for span BC, WL by 4. So for a span AB, W into L square. So what is W given in your question? 60 into 4 divided by 8. So you'll be getting 120 kilonewton meter. Similarly for a span BC. For span BC, what is the formula for calculating moments? WL by 4. So what is given? W is given as 100. So 100 into span is 3 meters divided by 4. So you are getting 75.75 kilonewton meter. Next, last step is a diagram. So coming to the diagram, last step, that is shear force and bending moment diagram. So in shear force and bending moment diagram, so whatever values we got, see the previous steps. So what is the moment AB we got? That is minus 85.92. So we have to mark, that is minus. So we have to mark in the diagram. So here what is the value for AB? We got is 85.92. B, that is here 68.16, whereas C moment in C is 0. So according to that, we have to plot the diagram and draw the bending moment diagram. Next, we coming to the span moments. So what is the span moments for AB? We got that is 120. So with positive sign. So we have to mark, that is UDL. We have to draw like a parabola. So mark the value with 120. So next is for span BC. What is the value we got? 75. So from B to C, it is a point load. So we have to draw in a triangle. So with a maximum point load of 75 at the middle point. So we have to mark the value 75 in BC span. So this is a shear force and bending moment diagram. So this is the last step in your stiffness matrix procedure. Thank you. Next is we are going to see stiffness method for systematic analysis of the structures. So when comparing to the flexibility and stiffness methods, it seems to that flexibility method requires a solution of equation of compatibility for unknown forces, where stiffness method requires solution for the equation of equilibrium for unknown displacement. So in stiffness method, we are finding the unknowns in an equation form, whereas in flexibility method, we are finding the equations of compatibility of unknowns. So this is a stiffness method for systematic analysis of structures when we are comparing flexibility and stiffness method. So when we come to the matrix, so this type of matrix are applied in a study of electrical circuits, quantum mechanics and optics. It helps the calculation of battery power outputs, resistor, conversion of electrical energy into another useful energy, and therefore matrix plays an important role in calculations. So next we are going to see application of stiffness method. So the stiffness method is the extent to which the object resists the deformation in response to the applied force. Next is the complementary concept is flexibility or palleability. So the flexibility is flexible than the material. So the more flexible object is less the stiff. So both are useful methods in application of all the objects wherever we are using in our civil. So here this type of matrix and flexibility is more opt than the other methods. Thank you.